Hi Coopers, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting evaluation. So let's get started. Let's watch the swing here. Okay, so let's start off with just start from the ground up, so to speak, from as far as your evaluation goes. Let's look at your setup. Okay, from a feet standpoint, a good parallel stance, which I really like. Okay, it's easy to repeat. Okay, let's check and see where your hands go. Okay, pretty good load there. I can't tell from the video where your hands are at from a standpoint of how your knuckles are lined up on your hands. Just make sure that you get your little knuckles to little knuckles lined up and not big to little. Okay, but your hands could probably be, in my mind, Cooper, a little bit higher, but not much. Okay, as we watch you take your stride, you know, you get pretty wide here. And let's keep watching. Okay, let's talk about that, where you are right there. That's pretty good right there. I mean, that's a pretty good look there. Driving that backside pretty hard into that front side. We're trying to get that back knee to drive into the inside of that front foot. Doing a pretty good job with that. You want to make sure, Cooper, that you don't let that front foot open up any more than it is. Okay, it's slightly open right now at this angle here. You know, perfect. If it was perfect, it'd be like this. So that's open, you know, as far as it can go. For every millimeter of an inch you let it open up past this point, you're going to lose power. Okay, so let's talk about that for just a second. I want you to make sure you understand where power comes from. Power comes from your core muscles, comes from your legs. Okay, and you, by creating resistance from driving this knee into a closed, firm front side, is how we create resistance. The more resistance, the harder you can push against something and not let it slip away like it is there a little bit, where your front foot's opening up or rolling over, the more power you will have. Okay, it's got nothing to do with your hips. It's all about that lower half. Okay, and you seem to have a pretty good idea of what to do with the lower half if we could just get that foot to be more like this rather than open. When you open it up like you do, Cooper, it has a tendency to kind of get that front hip to flare open a little bit too in here, and we don't want that. We want to rotate our back hip against our front hip. Okay, but you do a pretty good job of your back side as far as how hard you're driving it down, which is good. Okay, let's talk about swing plane a little bit. Okay, so your bat, bud, is pretty flat from about there all the way through the strike zone. Okay, so understand where we want it to be square. I want it to be square from about here to about here. You know, through the hitting area. If we get it flat too soon back there, it's just going to take us longer to get to where we want to go, into that contact area. So I want you to think about an airplane landing. They don't drop out of the sky, thank goodness. They make a gradual descent to the airport. We want you to take your barrel and make a gradual descent on a downhill angle down to here, and then get flat through the contact area. Okay, so you're just a little bit getting flat a little bit too soon. Okay, for me, if you were playing for me, or I was your hitting instructor, Cooper, I would get that barrel more upright. It's all about making it simple, Cooper. And the more you can think about just dropping the barrel on the baseball and going from point A to point B as fast as you can, as short as you can, the better off you're going to be. Okay, it's just a little bit kind of behind the head, and you never really get that barrel up. It stays behind your head, and then it just takes a long time for hitters to get that back to the contact point. So we want to make sure we can keep that barrel up a little bit. Let's see where you are at contact. Let's see if we got a good one here. Okay, you're out in front here. Okay, let's talk about where we want you to be at contact, Cooper, as far as your body position goes. Okay, that's where I want you to be hitting the baseball, right where your chest is right now. Right here. Okay, your chest, your belt buckle, okay, your belly button are all facing the shortstop right now. And that's where I want to make contact. Okay, if you make contact where you're at right now, it's going to give you the chance to hit pitches on all three parts of home plate. Middle in, middle, and middle away. With the approach you have now, about the only pitch you're going to be able to hit with authority is something down the middle or inside. And I want you to look at the big picture, Cooper. Not how good you are right now, how good you're going to have to be to keep playing. All college and professional scouts are looking for guys that can hit to all three fields. Unless you're 6'4" and 220, can hit home runs. We want you to be able to hit to all three fields. Okay? And your approach to hitting there, where you are at contact there, is going to take one field away from you. And you don't want that to happen. Okay? Is there another swing in here? Got one more swing. Let's check where you are at contact here. Okay, about the same spot. Okay, out in front. Okay, so, but from a position, obviously you're out in front here, but from a position of having kind of your L that you have to have is pretty good. Your right arm is in good shape. Your backside's, like I already talked about, is really good. Front foot again, kind of open here. Okay, we want that to be closed. Let's see how your finish goes. Okay, one-handed, that's fine. You just got to make sure, again, that the key points to this are going to be is keeping that front foot closed, okay, and then trying to stay square longer at home plate. We got to make sure you stay square longer at home plate, and a little higher bat angle on the descent into the strike zone. So I'm going to send you your eval, Cooper, to your parents' email address, and then I'm also going to send you a couple links to a couple other videos I want you to watch of a couple drills I want to prescribe for you. One's called dead legs, one called split. And then there's another one called the dual T drill. I want you to watch those drills and find a place where you can do those drills. The dead legs and the split drills can help with your over-rotating upper body, and that dual T drill will be one that can help you get a little better angle going through the contact area. Okay? Okay, buddy. Thanks for coming to ABC Camps, and we'll see you at the next ABC Baseball Camp. Thank you.